As a student, you must be more than familiar with stress. Whether it's academic strain, relationships, or pressure from family, friends, and peers, you are not alone. Here is how to deal with stress as a student. As described by the Yerkes-Dodson law, mild amounts of physiological or mental stress actually improve performance, but only up to a certain degree. Further increases in stress prove detrimental, not only in immediate short-term performance, but chronic stress can lead to a variety of physical and mental health issues as well.
While stress includes both physical and mental stressors, let's talk about the mental stressors that students face in day-to-day life. Academic stress is what you're most familiar with. This includes needing to learn and memorize large quantities of information, meet project deadlines, complete assignments, and of course, the stress of upcoming exams and maintaining good grades.
Social stress includes peer pressure, the stress of relationships, be it friendship or romantic ones, and balancing your academics with social life. The stress of daily life includes other factors like financial burdens, your daily commute, or balancing a part-time job or internship. There is no single best way to manage stress. There are many techniques based on the specific stress that you are facing and also your own inclinations.
Let's start with the basics. On a foundational level, you want to begin by focusing on organizing your day. If you have a lot of assignments and tests, it can quickly become overwhelming. By simply taking the time to get organized, such as putting class times in your calendar, including exam times, and assignment due dates, you'll greatly reduce the sense of dread, chaos, and uncertainty you feel when approaching your academics.
Organization extends to other aspects of your life too, like time management. Rather than approaching each day as a blank slate and then doing what you feel like, when you feel like, try blocking time for everything. During those hours when you know you'll be more focused and more productive, set aside a few hours for more intense and focused work or studying. During the hours when you know focusing will be difficult, block out time for socialize, working out, or completing routine tasks. Staying organized in this way will also keep procrastination away, one of the most common stressors among students. It also reduces the stress of decision-making and balances your life by including time for both academics and other activities. If you are a night owl, you can study at night with more concentration and reserve the daytime for workouts, relaxation, or doing routine research tasks. Don't be afraid to experiment and try a new schedule out for a few days to see how it feels.
Exercise is also a great way to let off steam rather than bottling it up inside you. Loneliness is also a factor that can increase stress. Maintaining healthy social support and connections with friends is beneficial as long as you don't overdo it and neglect other academic and personal responsibilities. As for the targeted strategies, the recommendations depend on the magnitude of the stressor and whether or not you feel the situation is manageable.
When feeling overwhelmed or out of control, two things have proven to be most helpful. First, slow deep breathing, and second, mindful observation. Deep breathing helps to activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for rest and digestive functions. This counteracts the overactive sympathetic nervous system, responsible for the fight or flight response that gets activated in stressful situations. The power of mindfulness is also immense. Whenever we have a negative thought, we try to distract ourselves from it. We think that it would occupy our mind, but the negative thought might keep coming back even stronger.
A subtle mind shift can make things completely manageable. Rather than rejecting the thought and wanting to run away and avoid it, just watch it. Notice where it occurs, how it feels, and what makes it better or worse. Rather than approaching it with fear, approach it with curiosity. By accepting that the thought is here and simply watching it, the emotional hold it has on us vanishes. It still isn't pleasant, but the stress during the thought decreases. You can use this same technique of mindful observation any other time you feel overwhelmed. The next time you feel stressed, observe the bodily response. Do you feel tightness in your abdomen? Is your heart racing? By watching with curiosity, you may also find it easier to separate yourself from the emotional hold of the stressful situation.
How? Self-talk. For example, when you are taking a test, there is silence across the room, no interaction between students, and everyone is tense. In this situation, if you keep reminding yourself of your worries, your stress and anxiety levels will just keep rising. But if you motivate yourself with a more positive self-talk, then your stress instantly becomes more manageable. Telling yourself you can do it increases your confidence, which in turn helps you think more clearly and answer more efficiently. In more extreme situations where you feel out of control or overwhelmed, deep breathing and mindful observation are the most effective to ground yourself. Adjusting your self-talk is most effective only at a more moderate or mild stress level.
Deep breathing and mindfulness made chaos feel manageable, and self-talk made the situation become fun. Whether it is a test or another stressor, self-talk focuses on the opportunity to be challenged, to do your best work, and to prove that you can do more than expected. The last targeted strategy is to
break down a seemingly large or overwhelming situation into more manageable steps. Rather than focusing on the idea of having to cycle 100 kilometers for your first century,
just focus on riding 1 kilometer and then another kilometer after that.
Don't look at the final goal, then see where you are at and feel defeated.
Instead, ask yourself, what is one step I can take today that will bring me closer to that goal?
As they say, we often overestimate what we can accomplish in a day, but underestimate what we can accomplish in a year.